All right, good morning. Today is Wednesday, August 12th. What do we have going on? We have an engineer coming at 11 o'clock. We're going to talk about getting the power from PG&E, getting the power drop here with the transformer, because we want to stop using these generators and we want to just get power on the property. So we got the engineer coming. My girl left last night. My mom left last night too. I guess I'm single again. We've got a lot going on today. Let's go take a look. It's like 6:50 right now. Let's go take a look at the greenhouses, see what's going on out there. And we're about to open up the curtains. Let's go check it out. Shout out to Tailored Athlete. I love these shirts. I've got like more of an athletic build, so a lot of stuff doesn't really fit me because my chest is bigger, my shoulders are bigger. So a lot of shirts that are good up here are too loose down here, but these guys do it right, specifically for an athlete build. So shout out to Tailored Athlete. Let's go check out the farm. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. So the whole crew is going at it. About 25 people going strong. This clone room is about to get installed with the racks. Brian always throws some stuff up without telling us, and it always turns out pretty cool. So he just threw this up yesterday, and that looks like the outline for what he's going to put up today. Pretty cool. What other cannabis company has a full-time mural artist on staff? Just Cannafornia. Got to keep things beautiful. Flowers looking good. Let's check in with Denise. What's up, Denise?
Good morning.
Good morning. How we doing?
Getting there.
Do we know what we hit yesterday yet?
Yesterday, no, I haven't done the math yet. I'll do it right now.
But we got plenty of stuff bucked, right?
Yes.
And those teams are taking off for today?
Yes. Ceci's girls.
Some of Ceci's girls are helping with bucking and bringing it down. Gotcha. Cool. Feeling good?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's hit a new record. I think the most we got so far was 150 in a day, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll break it today?
Hopefully.
So, setting records. So far we've got 150 pounds as the daily high ever. So we'll try to get 200. Maybe we'll get there today. Let's check out the Venlo. I don't have my phone on. What time is it? Did you make it on time?
7. Gotta go clock in on time.
There we go. Hola.
Hola.
Bonnie was amazing.
Great, right?
Yeah.
Really great.
God damn it.
She's so sweet.
Don't get me dirty. I know, but I'm looking nice for at least a few minutes here.
You do look nice. That's funny that you thought it could last.
Yeah, she was great.
Yeah.
And she said that she kind of hooked up with Ron. You called it. Yeah, she's like, first she's like, yeah.
You fucking asked.
That's the first thing I asked her.
What's wrong with you?
And then she instantly regretted telling me.
What did she say?
She's like, oh yeah, we experimented.
Ha! They experimented. Bonnie and Ron, whatever the fuck her
Ronnie
name
and
is.
Bon.
I know, but Ron denied. It's confirmed.
Ron denied it. And then Bonnie said, we experimented.
They experimented.
I'm like, what does that even mean?
I like that word.
And she's like, don't tell anyone.
We're talking about you.
Like, I don't even know what that.
So, didn't tell you what that means?
I saw Bonnie yesterday. It's really good. She has healing hands.
Looks like the Chester
does.
cat right now.
Yeah.
Glad you enjoyed your massage.
Does he
I
not?
did. Looks like what?
Looks like the Chester cat.
I asked her about you guys. She said you guys experimented.
What?
Why are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me?
With weed?
I don't know.
With dates?
I don't know what that meant. Unrelated. Or how come we pull the whole stalk out of the pot? Can we just take the whole thing and throw it out?
We can't put any cannabis waste inside. There has to be only bee.
That's why? Fuck. It takes so much time. Yeah, because I see him like pulling, finally get it out, and then that's trash, and then the soil is trash,
I don't know what that better way is, but I'm sure there is a better way. It might be easier.
The soil if you had a
Well, if we do a mat,
situation.
Right.
if they did a mat under, they could like dump it out and pull it maybe, but it's just gonna get messy and they have to clean it.
Yeah.
You could also ask them. I don't know.
Is that machine gonna help us? Can we throw anything in that machine?
Oh, the machine that we can't.
It would be from that soil. And
No, the one that we're getting. Which one?
Oh,
So
that.
after we pull the root ball out,
Mm-hmm.
the soil that would go into the trash can, we would try to amend that.
Okay.
We just need a quicker way for them to dump everything out.
Okay. So that would be the ultimate inefficiency automation. This thing.
What's happening here?
So this, and then into the mixer, and then into the pot filler. That
Where-
would be.
is it
the
just- where do
full
the pots go?
automation. You'll see it. So then you only have one operator, one or two operators. All they do is putting the pot on the conveyor. It sifts the soil, separates root ball. Because right now every root ball we do by hand.
Right.
So with this machine, the automated trommel, it removes the soil from the pot, discards the pot, and removes the root ball in one step.
Hell yeah.
Versus
Cool.
in that way we wouldn't have to occupy time in the greenhouses, because after we harvest the
Eliminating an
pots,
entire team.
we're waiting, they're staged there so we can hand pull them out. But if we didn't have to do that step, we would just take them out right away.
You're saying
Well,
if the
after
root ball was
this-
still in there, it would take it out too?
Yeah.
It's cool.
They're
It's really cool. And we could just put a catcher there so it wasn't coming out
Yeah.
as was. But
And then it just
you also just
discards
stage 50 fucking things there.
it.
And
It shoots out the root ball, separates, sifts
Like
the
in
soil,
there, it
and
looks like,
discards the pot in one action.
How much is that?
I'll have to check.
What do you think?
Saw it.
Uh,
I'll have to check.
$270,000.
no.
No,
It's pretty simple.
yeah.
Balto can make that.
Hit 'em up. Balto can make that.
Balto can make that. All right, cool. Let's check out the greenhouse. What do you think's about it? Hey, El Chapo TV.
Yeah.
We want to see if you can make a machine.
Oh. El bando. Oh.
So the situation is if we had something like this where we can sift out the root ball, separate the pot, and then get the soil and repackage it into those totes, then we can store it here. But the county just doesn't want us storing a mountain of soil. But if we stockpile it, re-amend it, stockpile it, and then we have
Just like this.
exactly, and then we just always have our soil on deck, and we just keep filling those bags. The bags are only $11 wholesale.
Can he make that?
Puedes hacer una máquina así.
Really?
Mirando. Yeah.
Yeah, a little freshness for today. My girl left yesterday. I'm single again. So we sprayed this morning. The only way to spray when it's not between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. is to throw on these green headlamps, because the green spectrum the plants don't recognize it as light. We sprayed this morning 3 a.m., 3:30, and we're just talking about how the headlamps only let you see a certain amount. So you need to have a spotter that kind of shows you where to go. This is a big ass house. It's 50,000 square feet almost, with only 18-inch walkways. Hey, got some more issues, man.
Yeah.
Balto was saying that it could be the cables out here. Could it be the cables that are faulty? Can't be.
No, because we're checking them. If it was a faulty cable, it would be hot.
It was working for a while. What happened? What changed?
I don't know. Something changed somewhere. And yesterday we noticed that the lights.
It might be these actually, because before we didn't have these running. We didn't have plants here before for the last few months. It might be the lights. The string lights? They don't take that much power, do they?
That's what the whole.
Yeah,
No, these ones.
Oh,
They're changed. They're not all the same. We need to put all of them the same.
I hope it's as simple as switching the knob.
Yeah, right. All right. Damn generators are giving us more problems. These electrical things are really a problem because we've got to run these lights, especially when it's foggy and the sun's not out. Right now the lights are only turning on like 50% of the house since last night. So we got to fix that right away. All right, so now we're in greenhouse 2. We'll go take a look how the restock went. It should be just about done. Everything looking good in here, airflow feeling good, lights are all working. Plants are in week 1 of flower. And the restock is going well here. This whole side is filled. This whole side is potted with soil. Everything looking pretty good. We've got to finish up today. Let's go check out what plants we have available to finish this restock. So this trellis here is important because it holds the plants together, and you could separate the branches into different holes. Ideally, when you're growing, you want to fill up every single square. These are small. This is their first round of trellis. They're going to have a second and third, and by that time there's going to be branches coming from multiple places on the plant. Hopefully we'll fill up every square. We usually get pretty close. It's hard to get it exactly right, but if you could get like 75% plus, you're doing really good. So we just took all these plants to restock the 2 houses. Now this is completely empty, and we're going to start filling it back up today. I don't like seeing tables sitting empty. Oh, this is all done now. What's up, guys? What's up, Camilo? So we moved, this is the new mom section here. We moved the 4-inch over here. We're going to put more moms down. That'll give us room for another like 200 moms. And then this will be another section for moms here. So we're expanding the nursery. We want to provide tons of cuts for ourselves and for other farmers in California. So more moms, more cuts, more teens, more cuts. We've already got this section built out for all the clones. So we've got tons of clone room now. This is a major expansion that we just took on the last couple months. Pedro's been helping us with everything. What's up, man?
All good?
All good. You know, this month we're shooting for like 2 million. That'll be a new record for us. But if we dial in this nursery, we could get to like 3 or 4. So on this farm, that's pretty much maximizing everything. And we're still a little bit away from it, but we're in progress. This is a 3-month project now. We've got another maybe 3 more months, so 6 months in total before it's all dialed in. But if that could take us to another like 25%, 50% in revenues, it's all worth it. A lot of thinking went into this, a lot of planning and strategy went into this, and things are, you know, some things are good, some things are bad, but overall it's in the right direction. How's it going? Cool chair.
Thank you.
Whoa.
Got a side piece.
It looks like it was built for that.
Yeah, right?
Did Balta make that for you?
No.
That's great. That looks like a custom piece. Oops.
It does look like a custom piece.
Can we find these? Do they sell praying mantises? Unrivaled stealth, patience, and deadliness. They primarily inhabit tropical and subtropical regions of the world, like Salinas, California. They are really fucking cool. They move with extreme intelligence, mimicking twigs in the wind as they sway back and forth with each step. But when the time is right, they strike with rapid speed to snatch up their prey. Damn. They prey on spiders, horns, ants. How the fuck is a praying mantis going to kill a bird?
Kill a bird.
What?
Big one. In like the tropical.
A huge praying mantis?
Yeah.
How big do they get?
Great question.
I guess pretty big.
Yeah.
Whoa.
They can kill bird.
A huge praying mantis is kind of scary.
Yeah.
They're funny looking things.
Monster.
What else is going on? Still didn't get to the bottom of the Bonnie and Ron situation. Not sure what experimenting means. We'll try to get more on that.
You're a bad man, Paul King.
What happened?
Interrogating the masseuse like that.
I just asked her one question. She gave me a lot of information. And as soon as she did, she's like, I shouldn't have told you that. I don't know why I told you that. I'm like, Ron didn't tell me anything. He said you guys didn't even hook up. All she told me was that you guys made out and experimented. And I couldn't get a lot of the experimenting. I couldn't understand that one. That sounds fun though. Experimenting sounds fun. So this was what I was talking about with Ron earlier, that we pull out these stalks and it takes time, and then we pull out the soil and it takes time. We need a machine that's going to do this because it just don't make no sense. The soil and the stalk go to the garbage anyway, and we're doing it 60,000 times. How come they still haven't filled up back there? We'll be rocking soon. We just got to fill up that nursery with good teens, take tons of cuts. In a week or two, we should be there. Some of the biggest challenges that I've had in the industry, financially related. When I put my own money into the first greenhouse I had, the greenhouse burnt down. And then the second greenhouse that I put up a couple months later burnt down. There were just 2 fires in Sonoma County that happened to happen around that time. That's what happened, you know, the whole neighborhood kind of burnt down. The greenhouse was burnt down. So it was just an unfortunate set of events. But that actually helped me get to where I am now with Salinas, because I would have maybe spent more time up in Sonoma if that didn't happen. But since it did happen, I started looking for places where it's better to grow, where there's less chance of fires, stuff like that. So it was a change for me, because I was from Florida, where we don't really have like big fires that spread, and California kind of like has a reputation for it, but until it happens to you, you don't really understand it. So I understood that pretty quick. You know, one day we had like 400 plants in the garage, and we were about to transfer them to the greenhouse because they were ready. They were all vegged out, and then the fire came, and it just spread so fast. And there was only one road that led out of this neighborhood that was all the way up in the mountains, and we were driving through this road, fire coming from both sides. And it was like from a movie scene. Like the only bit of space without fire was the road that we're on, and the fire is just like, looks like it's about to swallow us. And we got out of there just in time. It was nuts. So there's challenges all the time. Like from the beginning, it was just like life or death. Cannabis might not work for me because I just have this string of bad luck and not enough capital to make things happen. I guess the important thing was just that I never gave up. Like I always thought that there was a future for me in cannabis, regardless of how many problems and challenges and like how bleak it all seemed. You know, at times it just seemed like there was no way out, and I would get down on myself, and I would get, you know, like wouldn't see where it could all go. Most of the time I was optimistic and try to figure out a way to get where I want to go. That's how Cannafornia kind of came about. You know, a lot of challenges at the beginning, a lot of problems, and eventually found the right places to grow, found the capital that I needed, was there at the right time, right when greenhouse was allowed in California, and got a couple lucky breaks. Weaknesses, some weaknesses that we have here at Cannafornia still are team related. Like I want to get it to a point where we know like a month ahead of time what every single team is doing, and like right now we have too many leads, too many managers. I want to get it to like 3 or 4 that just report to me, and they know at the end of the day, they tell me what happened. They know already what they're working on the next day, and it's more streamlined. Like right now there's too much information and communication that gets lost because we are still a newer farm and we're still trying to dial things in, and everyone's got opinions. But I want to just kind of get more operators that, you know, you tell them what to do, they get the job done, and move it kind of in that direction. Like just have everything planned out. Like a month ahead of time, we know we're going to harvest this date, we're going to have approximately this much weight, it's going to go to these accounts. Just everything much more planned. We're getting there on like a week-by-week basis, but I want to get like further out. I want to get more planned. I want to get the leads to communicate with me more, figure out who really the best leads are, and cut down on the amount of leads we have. Before it's like a huge mess, now it's like a smaller mess, and we just wanted to get it to like no mess at all, just like super organized, where everything's super efficient. I think we're on the way, but we're just not there yet. Despite all the challenges that we've had, I think we've had as many as anybody, maybe more than everybody. that we're still here, we're still alive, and we have a really solid team that's developed. You know, we just had tons of challenges along the way. We've had like terrible people come into the company as investors that now we had to sue, and we're still kind of in the middle of that. But despite everything, now we're at a place where, you know, we're going to survive. We're going to be looking forward to the future. And the business is only 2.5 years old. So, you know, a lot of people have come in, a lot of people have been let go. There's been a lot of change and turmoil and chaos, and the industry itself has changed. It's like this year is for everybody, where like every day you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, and you have to know that there's going to be chaos tomorrow and nothing's going to be as you think it was, but you have to be ready for that and like almost excel on it. So just like it's been for everybody this year, because everything's been so unexpected with the quarantine and everything that's meant for all these, you know, families and workers. That's how cannabis has been for the last couple of years. And, you know, add on top of that, lots of fees, lots of financial turmoil that you don't expect. Banking regulations hurt us because we can't put our money in any bank. So just lots, like every issue, every Murphy's Law, like every problem that could happen does happen. And for cannabis, it does happen. So I'm most proud that we're just still alive. We're one of the biggest greenhouse farms in the toughest state in the country, the biggest state in the country, the state with the most potential. We're building one of the biggest, you know, greenhouse farms in the state and in the country and in the world. And we're only going to excel from here because we're not going to make the same mistake twice. You know, we made a lot of mistakes now, and I think that we're narrowing down on the amount of mistakes we can make in the future, so it should only get better. So the day so far has been pretty good. You know, we're ending the day here. Everything's been going pretty smooth. We're taking down the harvest over there. Everything's getting bucked and trimmed. We'll see if we can hit 200 pounds by the end of the day. Sales are going good, you know. Overall good. Right now, today, I'm just focusing on organization of the farm going forward. So just a lot of like strategic thinking and mapping things out. So not like a lot of exciting stuff to report, just more strategic stuff that is going to pay off in the future.